Ha. Oh man, the latency is really fucking bad. Whew. Okay. Sorry, just getting ready to all one, no, now zero concurrent viewers, very based. Doing great here, everybody. I was just about to send the link into the fucking chat. I'm so good at this. Okay. Who is here? I'm just gonna give it a few minutes. And spread the gospel, as they say. Okay. Sup, Nolan? Hello, Daniel. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just giving it 5-10 minutes to let people filter in. I know this is impromptu and I didn't schedule it. I've had a very busy week, so I'm just kind of fucking about. Surprised your stream. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well besides the busy week. Uh, it's been a very rough week. But we ball regardless. That's the theme of tonight. We ball. Crashed out super hard multiple times. One of them because of Nintendo, which I will discuss in a minute. Shift my camera a little bit. I cannot shift my camera a little bit. It is stuck on something. There we go. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. I'm gonna wait and see it for a couple more people. Sorry about that, man. Hopefully it picks up. Loves to hear your Nintendo opinion. Thank you. Yo, Nolan. Hello, Super Kirby Dude. How are you? I hope 7 p.m. is a reasonable enough time for you. If not, 30. Is that quirky enough? Do you think that'll I think that'll do well in the optics. Man. So while people are filtering in, I was thinking about drawing and doing some. It's fine, still at work though. Tell them you're watching a really epic YouTube stream, and I'm sure they will understand. Can I ask what was some YouTubers you loved chatting with when you were on the podcast? I think I talked about this, but I honestly, I'm kind of glazing over. Most of them are still friends of mine. I think was Schaeferless on? I like Schaeferless. Who else? Fuck. I think it's easier just to say who I didn't like, because otherwise I generally liked all the guests we had, except for a few outliers like Mike Mozart, Digibro. Those were the only two that really stick to my mind that I didn't like. Otherwise, everybody else was fine. Or I, wound up being friends with them. Then I fucked that up. And then some stuck around. Regardless, we ball. So, sorry I don't have a more interesting answer than that, but that's what you got. All right. So with OBS, I am still not quite used to it. I mean, I'll fuck up sometimes as well. Owning up to it and making yourself better. It's a little more complicated than I fucked up, but I appreciate the sentiment regardless. Oh snap! I love Shave too. I was just listening to his Nintendo video today. I didn't realize. I remembered he's into musicals, and I'm just like, man, I would have loved to have talked to the guy more had I known, but that was after the fact. But now that we have a couple more viewers in here, I will talk about my crash out regarding Nintendo. I'm sure y'all know about it, but I'm going to share it anyway because the more I reiterate it, the more I come to terms with it, and it makes me less upset. Let me tilt the camera a little bit this way. Here we go. So, during the Nintendo Direct, they announced that they were bringing Virtual Boy games to their little gaming Netflix. But it was everything that followed that drove me utterly fucking insane. So, firstly, you need the expansion pass, right? So you get the Nintendo Online, and then you have to buy the expansion pass, with which you get more console games. And then, on top of that, the Virtual Boy games are in 3D. This is not negotiable. You cannot play them unless they're in 3D. And not only that, you need to have the stupid little peripheral, the Virtual Boy peripheral. It's basically just a plastic shell you stuff your Switch into. It is $100. But of course you can get the cheap cardboard version for $25. And on top of that, you need, that's what you need to fucking play. Like, for Virtual Boy, like Nintendo's arguably worst console ever made, there are like 3 paywalls for Virtual Boy games, and it's not even all of them. They have 14 planned. The console's library is 22 games. It's that pathetic. And you don't even get all 14 games when the service launches next year. It's like they trickle it out. It drives me fucking crazy just thinking the hubris of these people. It's gonna flop again. Okay, why don't Nintendo fans give them more shit compared to other companies like EA for their BS? Nintendo's the Disney of gaming, so they have an install base that is willing to, like, knight for them, like, hard. So, yeah. Nintendo fans aren't very critical. Pokemon fans even more so, because that franchise has been dying really badly in terms of quality, and nobody seems to give a shit. They're the Apple of gaming. Oh, hello. Hey, Blaze. How are you doing, man? I find that interesting. Why do you say they're the Apple of gaming? Because I know their peripherals are extra, but from my perspective, they're more of the Disney because of the the use of their nostalgia and their properties and like basically weaponizing them to like do ridiculous shit like patent trolling and charging the fuck out of their customer base. I mean, Apple does that similarly too, but I feel like the nostalgia is the extra step that brings them closer to Disney than Apple, personally. I mean, they don't innovate per se, but they make a very good product sometimes. It's all about the prices and kind of pushing a simplicity and a style. Yeah, so I guess they're both. I feel like the Switch 2 didn't need to innovate; it just needed to be more powerful. But I feel like their ideas of innovation are so pathetic for this round, and they're so blatantly like corporate. Like, this whole generation has just left a sour taste in my mouth. Like, the use of like Microsoft Teams as your big selling point, but you have to pay for the online service, so literally you have a paywall button on your controller and the tech demo is $10. It's just like gross. It feels really, really gross. And I know this isn't anything new for, a company, but with Nintendo it just feels like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels more malicious this time. It feels like they're like just full mask off, like, we don't care anymore. We know we have an install base. We're just going to charge whatever we feel like. And if you don't like it, fuck off. We're going to make our money anyway. So yeah. A part of me wishes Switch 2 was an actual console. I like that it's portable, and I like the dock system. I think that's the Switch's best innovation, is being a hybrid. I mean, it worked. It's the second most and probably going to overtake the PS2 in sales eventually. I do wonder if it'll overtake the PS2. That'll be a strange day because the PS2's held the title for so long. I hope the Switch 2 doesn't topple that either. That'd be funny. I think Switch being hybrid is a genius idea. It is a genius idea. You get the best of both worlds. It's a less powerful console, but you basically can take the console experience with you, and that, like, at the time was like a super new thing. I think the Steam Deck was out like maybe a year or two, I want to say, maybe after, I don't know. But yeah, Nintendo's biggest innovation was just like convenience, basically. All right. That was the main thing I wanted to talk about before I actually started doing anything. Because, again, it's driven me insane. Like, straight up. Like, I have, like, been racking my brain as to how the fuck they could possibly just huff their own farts that hard and think that people would want the Virtual Boy like that. 3 different paywalls. Holy fuck. That's insane. For Virtual Boy. And not even all of the games. Fuck me, dude. Now, what game you wish Nintendo would make and release? I mean, I wanted a Mario Odyssey sequel, and that's what Bonanza is. I wanted a open world Mario Kart game. I got it, and apparently it's mid. So, for me, a big Kid Icarus game like Breath of the Wild. I don't think it'd work because Kid Icarus, the Kid Icarus Uprising style in an open world setting, I don't think would work super well. It's a very linear, like, cinematic third-person shooter, and it also has like very weird controls that are more oriented for arena-style fights. And I don't know how you take that into an open world. I think it works better more linear. Plus expensive amiibos. Oh my fuck! Don't even get me started on the amiibos. They're like $50 now, or $40. Those Kirby Air Ride amiibos, I think they're like, what, $35, $40? So, like, if you want that and the game, like, that's gonna run you $150 or $175 for game and 2 toys. Oh my god. Seriously, what the fuck is Nintendo doing? Like, I get they can get away with this. $50 plus more on the way. Of course there's more on the way. What the fuck wouldn't there be? Oh god. It makes me really mad that they probably can get away with it, and they will. There are more things to be mad about that are more important, but I feel like I mean, it's escapist entertainment, so you're more attached to it. But it's just like, fuck, man. Like, give us a fucking break, please. I was actually thinking the other day about a game idea that I ask people sometimes, like, what's your, I'll ask you guys before I go into it, actually, what is your pie in the sky? Logistics don't matter, licensing doesn't matter, whatever, any sort of stipulations off the table. What would your dream game be? Because I was coming up with one at work the other day. It's not possible. Nintendo knows the adult collector's market is huge, so all the extra stuff like Amiibo, Virtual Boy stuff will sell well with that market. I have too many. Then pick a random one. I know you do, Blaze. While I wait for everybody else to answer, I'll say mine. So, I was listening to a video the day after or the day before. I think it was the day after. It was that scam, the Division ripoff with zombies by Fundamental Funtonic. I don't know. Basically, the idea is, it's the Division with zombies. So The Last of Us Division, whatever. And then I was thinking, like, man, like a stealth, like massive multiplayer online game would fuck so hard if done right, but like logistically, it would be a nightmare to do. But my pie in the sky idea is that you and friends are like in a server and you guys are like running a base or something. There's base building mechanics, and the base is on its own instance. And then there are multiple other instances on servers where it's like, say, like it's across the world. Like you go to America, Egypt, Europe, whatever the fuck. And then you go to get supplies, procure equipment and stuff. But the thing is that it's a PvPvE game. So even though you guys are running your base, you have like NPCs that you can control and tell them, okay, go out and like set up something over here, go up and like get supplies from here. So you would do that and send them to those instances, but other players could like interrupt them, kill them, or take the supplies that they were getting together and then bring them back to their base. And if they don't get caught, you don't know who did it. So basically you're just like, shit out of luck, you lost. But if they are spotted, then their team is revealed to you, and you can choose to, go and steal or fight back at them. And you can also do elements of espionage. Like once you know who they are, you can send NPCs to go sabotage them or send other players to do it. And then if you don't get caught, they don't know you did it. Andrew Daniel, what are we talking about? We're fan-fictioning video games we want to exist. I'm talking about a massive multiplayer stealth game. So if you retaliate and then you get caught, you can get into a gunfight, try to escape, but they know who you are now too. So it's this back and forth of like learning, other teams, and then trying to plot to steal their stuff or get your stuff back, while also going out and getting supplies. So you're all constantly trying to build up your bases and accrue more power, while dealing with other invading forces and just general enemies on different map instances. So it's like a big game of it's basically like Metal Gear Solid 5's forward operating bases, except more filled out. And you also have the I don't know if it's like Escape from Tarkov. I'm very briefly familiar with that. Let me catch up on chat. Inscription, but get rid of all the meta shit and make it hard to fantasy like the first part of the game was. Actually, Nolan, if I remember, you're into dark fantasy a bit. Maybe one day you can try out what Inscription was beforehand. It was called Sacrifices Must Be Made. I didn't know it was a thing before. I thought Inscription was the thing, and like the only iteration of it. But that sounds fun. I did like Inscription more as in the first bit. It's cool in the meta, but it gets really fucking corny when it's revealed that the card game manufacturer is evil and like assassinating people. I thought that shit was really funny. What would it be called? My game, I don't know. Genre wise, it's basically a stealth platforming massive multiplayer online game. Uh, so I don't have a name for it. It would probably be something really generic if it was off the top of my head. Because the whole idea, there's no like real narrative to it. It's just like building up your bases. So it's got like elements of I guess Rust or Daisy or whatever mixed with. Oh, sorry, that's my mom. I will have to tell her I'll call her back. Give me a second. Make sure you call your mom, everybody. Make sure you tell her you love her. There we go. So yeah. Um but anybody else got like any ideas they want to share? I find the idea of arm seat game development a very fun topic because you don't have to worry about logistics. You can just come up with whatever dumb ideas you want. Um, I have a few other ones, mostly building off the stealth platforming thing. I want a Sly Cooper game where there's more robust platforming, but also the enemy AI is and the stealth mechanics are as robust as Metal Gear Solid 5. I want that so fucking badly. They will not give it to me, and I am too lazy to learn a game engine or Dreams and build like a level. Fuck that. But a man can dream. A man can fucking dream. I'm already working on the World Guardians, and that's kind of like my passion project right now. And it's taking up like all my fucking time. I just want games that are based on shows/movies I love. Mood. I would fucking love that if we got like actual good licensed games. They're not as often now. Thoughts on the Hitman series? World of Assassination is one of the best games of all time, bar none. It is easily one of the best games I've ever played. IO hit it out of the fucking park. It sucks the development leading up to it was so messy and complicated, but then now that everything's done and like out there and you can easily buy it, it's like it's worth the $100. You are getting so much fucking mileage out of it, and it is such a versatile game. Like even if you're not into stealth games, play it. You can get like the first level, and if you like the first level, it's in France, I think, and you're infiltrating like a fashion show. Oh my god, it's so good. Every game is fucking and it makes me so excited for James Bond because James Bond has like driving and shootouts and like it's more action oriented and linear. And I feel like they could really hit it out of the park with a more linear stealth game. So I'm really, really excited for whatever IO does next. I'd really love a Lucas CalArts style point and click game for Smiling Friends. Oh my god, dude, that actually would be fucking baller. Too bad Adult Swim doesn't make games anymore. Otherwise, I think they'd do that. I think that would be a really, really good idea for a Smiling Friends game. I guess an idea for a game that's a Ghostbusters concept that is an alternate universe Ghostbusters 2, sort of a JRPG, a little Persona, a little Pokemon, a little Mad Max, Metal Max. That's a cute idea. I never would have thought to do Ghostbusters as like a turn-based RPG. I remember drafting an idea for a The Simpsons RPG when I was younger, and it had a like more serious story. The Simpsons, famous for their dramatic plot beats. Did you build your PC? I did not. I had one built for me, but then I just went with pre-built PCs because they've gotten a lot better, and I've been satisfied with the last two I've bought. I want to upgrade soon, but given how the country is on fucking fire all the time, I don't know when that'll be. So, speaking of licensed games, have you played any NASB games? I love the Nicole Star Brawl games. I really need to play two more. I really kind of miffed that they cut characters because even though they built it from the ground up, I feel like there shouldn't have been any cuts. That just seems strange to me. Um, how much should I save to get one? $2,000. It's going to depend on what you want out of it. If you're looking to play high-end games at like very stable frame rates and the max specs, it's going to easily cost you $2,000 to $3,000, if not more. If you're looking for a render farm or to edit videos on and multitask, that's also going to similarly run you up pretty high because you'll need good RAM. You'll need a good graphics card. You'll need a good CPU. If you don't mind running games at like suboptimal settings and getting decent performance, you can get one for like 1,000 to 2,000. But yeah, if you unless you're getting a computer that's just like a standard laptop or something, you're gonna easily go into the four figures range, 1,000 to 2,000 being the lower end. Maybe an idea: Sea of Thieves was set in the Wild West, but American monsters and explorer with cowboys and stuff. That's cute. I like that. Um, I would love like a proper Wild West game. I know Red Dead Redemption 2 exists, but there's just too much to do in it. In my opinion, games look really good on medium these days. They do. Alan Wake 2 looks really, really good on medium to high settings. So, unless you're like me and you kind of just like having all the settings at max because it gives you kind of like an itch in your brain, like, getting a middle end PC isn't that bad. Jesus Christ, I need some WD-40 for this fucking chair. Whew. All right. We're going to keep talking, but I'm going to open up my my tablet and start doodling. I was working on some World Guardians art the other day, and I would like to continue that trend. So give me just a second to quickly switch gears. Let's see here. We do a little shrinky dink of my webcam. We do a little shrinky dink of my tablet screen to fit this bitch in. Oh man. My tablet doesn't have the fucking it's not gonna fit in the window. No. Alright, gang. You're gonna have to deal with this dog shit aspect ratio. I just want a Doraemon RPG in the style of Mario RPG or Paper Mario. That would make me one happy camper. You got that Stardew Valley or what is it? Harvest Moon style game. By the way, do you remember a guy you carried in MomoCon for a photo a couple of years ago? Hi, Lil. Yeah, I remember you. Hello. So for this picture, I was doing studies of Cade interacting with the main cast and also trying on different outfits. I recently had Cade become like a non-binary or androgynous for reasons. I don't want to be like coy, annoyingly coy about it, but it just felt right. So I'm going to keep drawing and yeah. Fucking cat all over my screen. I remember you said you were a Wisconsin native, Nolan. What's your opinion on Mars Cheese Castle in Kenosha if you've ever been? Never in a million years would I have ever thought I'd hear anybody speak of Mars Cheese Castle in my fucking home. I liked Mars Cheese Castle. Wisconsin's known for its cheese. So, gotta go to the Cheese Castle. But yeah, I don't have super deep memories of it, but like, it's cheese. I like cheese. One of my favorite Wisconsin things is the House on the Rock. That place fucks. Chicago boy here. Oh, I'm Chicago too. Whose girlfriend is a Wisconsin girly? What the fuck are you saying? Super Kirby dude. Yeah, but that's a farm sim. But a game with that RPG mechanic would be epic. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Do you do commissions? I do commissions. Yes. Very selective these days though because I don't have much time and I'm working on a lot of stuff. Usually I only do it if I am in desperate need for that cash. Much like a prostitute on the side of street corner. We do that hustle, baby. Alright. Well, I suck with typing. Fair. Me too, Okay, who am I drawing next? Should I do Abby? I think I'll do Abby. What is another question I have for you guys, switching gears from the gaming. What is your favorite tourist attraction? It can be either from your local area or it can be oh, right on, Chicago guy as well. Have you ever been Malord? Yes, my sister malord me, and I fucking hate her for it. She better be thankful she's in another country, or else I would go down and kick her ass again for remembering. Oh man, I don't know if Spo's in here. Spo, did you get malord when you came to visit? Um, Malord. So Malort is a type of Chicago. Well, I don't know if it's from Chicago, but it's a thing here in Chicago. It's a type of alcohol. I don't know if it's a whiskey or a whatever the fuck, but it's like the one of the most disgusting drinks you'll ever have. It's like if paint thinner fucked a fungus and then got mad at you. Like it's the most unpleasant thing I've put in my mouth. I'm from Tennessee. Tennessee. What's that? It's a liquor. You take a. It's something you have to do when you come visit. I thought I asked you to do one, but I'm not sure. I guess some caverns I've been. I haven't been into caves. I would love to go into a cave, not like a tight one. Every time I hear about Nutty Putty, I like cringe inside. Ugh. Like that was a genuine cringe. I wasn't even doing it for a bit. Just like holy fuck. The Legend of Nutty Putty Cave is so upsetting. Like, ugh. And then also that one internet historian video he plagiarized talking about the guy who got lost in the cave. So you're in Chicago right now. Yes, I'm in Chicago. I really like it here. Too bad it is pricey as fuck. Actually, what's all your guys' favorite super local thing? I really fuck with a pizza cafe called Demo's on Lincoln Square. It's really, really good. Otherwise, if I'm downtown, I really like, what is it? Firewalk Donuts. I like, there's some other thing. Oh my god, Demo's. I know, right? Right? You know what I'm saying. What else? There's lots of good pizza joints around, so it's really hard to pick just one. Demo's was just off the top of my head because I've been ordering from it a fair bit. Papa John's was... What are you looking at? This little kitten over here has been giving me so much fucking grief. And now she's just looking at me with these sleepy eyes like, oh, you're so relaxed. You've given me hell these past few days. Fuck you, dude. Takis or Hot Cheetos? Hot Cheetos. I hate how crunchy Takis are, and I don't like the aftertaste of the spice. Show the cat. No, she doesn't get to have screen time. She's not allowed. Also, if I pointed the camera at her, she'd probably run away. Any sudden movements make her jump. Yep, there it is. Okay. What other places in Chicago do I like? I go to the theaters a fair bit when I can afford it. I walk the Riverwalk a lot. I visit the Anti-Cruelty Society a lot, which is an animal shelter. It's where I got my cats. What else? What else? I like seeing the Rainforest Cafe. Listen, people who are over 21 plus, please, by my lord, please drink responsibly. Here at Nolan's Trash Zone, we do not condone drinking responsibly. We think you should drink as irresponsibly as possible. Inject that shit directly into your bloodstream with an IV and go fucking crazy. Otherwise, you suck. Put that in my epitaph. Have you been to Texas before? I've been to Texas multiple times and I hate it every single time. I do not like Texas. It is big, it is hot, it is empty, there are racist people fucking everywhere. So you mentioned your character as having an androgynous look and assuming the character is supposed to be you. You identify as non-binary. They originally were me. They've since taken on a life of their own and now they're just their own thing. So I'm not non-binary, I'm a cis male. Have been, always will be. I have never really questioned my gender identity. Sexuality is a different story, but gender identity, I've always felt like I'm a boy and am very comfortable identifying as such. The fuck you going? Huh? Oh, she's getting food. Alright. I was pulling up a reference. There we go. All right. Nolan, if you ever do a local meetup, I would love to meet up with you. Sure. If you're obviously over 18, I'm assuming you are. Um, I don't mind doing hangouts. I love doing local stuff. I never really get the time to. There is a nearby museum that's of a not safe for work uh, descriptor um, that I plan on doing art meetups with, like doing drawing for the side. I can, if you want to DM me about it, I can tell you I don't want to say anything not safe for work related on stream. So you just doodling or making art for a project. This is kind of for a project, kind of doodles. It's meant to kind of explore character dynamics, see what works for them and what doesn't. Um, how do you DM on YT? Oh, I meant like on Blue Sky or something. I'm Nolan's Trash Zone on there. That's the only other social media I use, like for this public facing stuff. I stopped using Facebook, uh, like as much because I'm just like so fucking sick of everything. Abby is such a hard character to draw. She has a very specific face. I was doodling Silver at work today. We stand Silver, our hedgehog of questionable sexuality. Guys, I'm so good at drawing. Like, you have no idea. Let's see here. I have like 50 million books by Andrew Loomis and Will Eisner about drawing figures and shit. I really need to just buckle down and start reading them because I know it's going to help me draw in the long term quicker and more effectively. But like, also, I fucking hate reading. Fuck, dude. Reading is just like so not fun. Also, I try to draw human characters without anime looking eyes, and I feel like I just don't really know how to do that. Stylized too, not like just photorealistic. I feel like if I took the time to learn photorealism, I could do it, but eh. You prefer a video to learn? Maybe. I don't know. It's also just I don't I have an aversion to learning things, mostly just because I've been so miserable in school that anytime I think about like learning in the sense of being in a structured lesson type environment, I just immediately get disinterested. It's like a Manchurian Candidate situation where like if you trick me into learning something, I think I'd be more receptive to it and be fine with it. But if you teach me, I'm just like, fuck you, dude. Do not educate me. Do not even perceive me. I am not interested in your witchcraft. Screw it, anime eyes. It's not by choice. I'm just bad at drawing. I'm really bad at fucking drawing, you guys. And using keyboard shortcuts. What are you looking at? Hey, Lily. God, what a creature. Heinous, contemptible, foul beast. Are any of y'all excited for any upcoming releases, whether that be games, movies, television, etc.? It can be books too, I guess, if you want to live like that. Do I have something on my nose? No, that's just hair. It's not like the corner of my eye. Good evening. Hello, Gokai. How are you, good sore? And for me, it was Silk Sun, but that's out now. Damn. Homie has nothing to look forward to now. Oh, man. The new Paul Thomas Anderson movie looks dope. What is this new movie about? I hope Blue Sky will give the option to send photos through DMs. They do not. You have to upload them and link them. Copy the image link and then send it that way. Nope, it's all downhill now. Damn. I'm sorry, man. It's okay, just had dinner. Was it a good dinner? Because if it's not, then you're not allowed to be in my stream. If you don't eat good food, you don't deserve good entertainment. The joke being that I'm saying this is good entertainment. John Brown, I'm excited for Kirby Air Riders and the Pac-Man World 2 remake. Oh yeah, Pac-Man World 2 remake. I'd say Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. What's your Blue Sky? I wanted to DM you. Nolan's Trash Zone. Yeah, I had some mac and cheese. Okay. Okay, what kind was it, man? Was it in a box? If so, what box? If it was from a restaurant, where'd you get it? Been mostly playing through Hollow Knight so I can get to Silk Sun. That's why I can't join the call, because I've been too much to be any interesting for Convo. Dude out here wearing his Eat, Sleep, Fortnite, Repeat shirt. Gaming. I also saw Weapons recently. That was good. I loved Weapons. My friend Michael hates it. So anytime we talk about it, it's a contentious conversation. But I love talking movies with Michael. He's fun. We have a good time. He also showed me Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind recently. That is a very good movie. I know that's like kind of like saying, oh my god, have you guys heard of Citizen Kane? Or, oh my god, have you guys heard of like this like good movie? Damn, I was gonna watch Weapons this weekend and Sunday's almost over. As much as I liked Weapons, I don't think it's a theater experience necessarily. Like, I feel like you get just as much out of it watching it on the small screen, personally. Like, there was no big moment where I was like, whoa, this needs to be seen on big screen. Maybe the climax. I'm not going to spoil what it is. No spoilers for any movies that aren't on streaming yet. But, yeah, no, otherwise Weapons was a pretty low-key movie in terms of how cinematic it is. So what did I just fucking say? I want to see Weapons, but with someone. I can't handle horror alone. Coward. Hold on, I'm gonna actually just remove it. I forgot I have that power. There we go. You were going to spoiler jail. Um, I saw Zach Craker's previous movie Barbarian before I saw Weapons, and that was pretty good too. I've noticed that his movies thematically aren't really super deep, but like they're fun, like spooky movies with pretty simple messages. I feel like that's a feature and not a bug per se. I'm really excited for his Resident Evil movie. I think he is going to slap with that, but the turnaround time, I think the production is less than 2 years, makes me a little wary. Um, but hey, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Everybody knows I've been wrong before. We had a whole big discussion about it. So, yeah. Also, I'm getting that fucking itch again. I just don't think Ari could be a movie. I liked the structure of Welcome to Raccoon City. I thought they combined Ari 1 and 2 very well. The only problem is that they character assassinated Leon into oblivion, and all the acting was not good. Mostly because of the direction, and also it just looked cheap. It was very clearly filmed on a budget. Literally, like looked like a step above a Hallmark movie, which is not something you want your blockbuster action horror movie to look like. But yeah, I think Resident Evil could be a good movie. I think he's approaching it really smart, where it's not about anybody in the main cast; it's in the world of Resident Evil, which I think is the best direction to take it. So long as they're not self-inserting their wife. I would definitely watch a movie of you talking about the RE movies. Oh, you mean like a video? I saw Infinite Darkness and Death Island. Death Island was really fucking stupid, but it was fun. And Infinite Darkness was really, really boring. I don't have much to say on the RE movies, except that like they have some of the funniest fucking action scenes I've ever seen put to animation. Chris and this one guy pirouetting around each other, shooting at each other's feet with guns is like the most iconic thing I could think of. And the dog on motorcycle chase is a work of art. Like, give them a fucking Oscar, I beg of you. I want you to show Kamen Rider's Double. My coworker got me into it. I have a lot of friends who are into Kamen Rider. I'm not one of them. I watched Shin Kamen Rider because I like Anno's work, and I'm an Anno simp. But I thought it was near incomprehensible. It did not make any sense to me. That Chris gunfight scene is by Marza Planet, Animation Planet, the Sega CGI studio. Oh my god. Why don't we get that Sonic action scene like that? Oh my god. Oh, that action scene is so dumb. Holy shit. Do you still stand on your off-model opinions? Um, yes and no. I've sort of, I was such a pretentious kid in college. Jesus fucking Christ. I feel that Ian Jones Cordy podcast is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. I was such a dickhead on that. Oh my god, I totally deserve to get roasted on that one. I feel so embarrassed. I I still have my opinions on OKKO, but like, holy fuck, did I just like was I just the biggest asshat on that thing? Holy shit. But to answer your question, I on model works. I mean, you're allowed to change your opinions on. So, oh, yeah, like that's not what the issue is. My issue is just that like I was just such a dickhead in that. It was embarrassing. Like y'all saw it. Y'all saw me make an ass of myself, being like pretentious to a fucking showrunner. Like, oh my god, I should not have been on that podcast, man. I shouldn't have been on a. Somebody should have stopped me. But I think on model works when you use it sparingly and you're not using it all the time. I think when you start doing things off model constantly, it stops looking unique and it starts looking like your show's inconsistent. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender does off model really well, where they use it to really accentuate emotions and accentuate like comedy and humor. Sometimes they'll do it for like anger, but it's more rare. They're usually a bit more on model with that. Um, but yeah, so I think it needs to be used with more care and intention. In shows like Steven Universe and OKKO, their intention just seems to be it looks nice. It's fun, it's more creative. And while I can appreciate that, I feel like it's a little misguided, especially in a show like Steven Universe. With OKKO, that's the entire point of the show is to be goofy fun. It's not for me, and I have my beefs with it, but it makes more sense there than it does in Steven Universe, which is a more down to earth slice of life comedy with space opera drama elements to it. So going off model should have been more sparingly used there. But also that show was made on the cheap, so I feel like okay, KO does it way too much. You were giving your honest opinion, and I mean, like I said, the opinion wasn't the issue. It was all about how I conveyed it, and I conveyed it like a complete fucking tool. So yeah, your boy has regrets, regretty spaghetti all the way down. But yeah, no, I do agree that OKKO does it way too much. But at least with that, it's like intentional. Like that's the point of the show. It's goofy fun. But yeah. God, wait. I'm sorry, I'm itching my nose. I look like such a fucking freak. Like futzing around with this artwork, man. All right. New question for the audience. What is a cartoon or show you used to love, then you went back to it and you were like, oh no, this isn't as good as I remember it. For me, Kids Next Door. I remember that show being a lot better than it actually is. And it made me sad. Made me do a big sad. But I can appreciate what it is, I guess. Ed, and Eddie humor has changed. Wow. I see people appreciate Ed, and Eddie as the older they get. I've never seen anybody depreciate it. You heard of the game Dreadlock? I have not. The Amanda Show. Oh. The Amanda Show is fucking unfortunate. Oh, that's so unfortunate. 80s Ninja Turtles, it's so blatantly a corny action figure commercial. Old man. Old man. Derogative. I'm glad that like Ninja Turtles got its like creative renaissance multiple times. Like people, I think what's beautiful about those 80s cartoons is that the people growing up with it saw their potential or had stories that they wanted to tell, went on to tell them, and people were really receptive to it. And it goes to show that like you can generate creativity and passion from like, cash grabs and soulless commercials. And that's kind of why I do the World Guardians too, is because I got ideas, and I'd like to convey them in this way. Because it's a lot of fun. It is very interesting. SpongeBob, we watched some old episodes and something was off. Whatever, dude. I'm getting some surprising takes that I did not think I'd see. I thought I'd get like more traditional ones, but nah. People out here throwing out Etta and Eddie and SpongeBob, like, damn. Getting to meet all of the VAs for the 80s Turtles at GalaxyCon. So I keep getting emails for GalaxyCon, even though I never even went. I think I signed up one year and I couldn't make it. I mean, I still love Etta and Nettie, but as a gem of my childhood, oof. You say that as you take like a long swig of your Malort, staring out the window, taking a drag off your cigarette, helplessly hoping playing in the background. Help hopelessly hoping that DNA is better upon a rewatching. Any cons in Chicago you plan on going to? Midwest Fur Fest this year. I'm going. Hey, don't judge my Sunday night plans. Damn, Malora is a Kingdom Hearts character. It is fucking not. What do you mean? I guess the Kung Fu Panda show on Nick, that one was rough to rewatch because it felt very kiddie. anytime I think about Kung Fu Panda, I skadoosed your dad or something, or skadoosed your uncle. South Africa, which episode? What? Oh yeah, the episode with Taiwan's kid. I skadoosed your dad! Oh. There goes the automatic feeders. You remember Bucker and Skinner? No, I do not. That sounds like something I never watched. Wait, don't you know a furry named Garrett? His character is a fox. I recognize people by their usernames usually. Apparently the furry fandom is very very secretive about first names, I realized. Michael Howard sup my Weinsteins. That's very cute. Ha ha ha. Everybody's laughing. Got the whole squad up in here. I saw a promo for that. That clip is funny as fuck. That one with that was one of those shows I only know of from a commercial breaks during Power Rangers on Nick. Yeah, no, never heard of this show. Well, I got a piece out, but I DM you on Blue Sky about that museum. Heard. Cool dude mentioned Patrick make a joke about South African farmers. I don't know if he was trolling. Who the fuck is Cool Dude? Oh. Early Sponge was great, but the jokes Patrick made about South Africa. Oh. Cool dude. Hater. Yeah, he's joshing. He's joshing. Buck and Skinner was a terrible live action Nickelodeon show that almost no one remembers. It aired around the same time as Victorious and only had one season. Hey Nolan, you remember Pickle and Peanut? I remember it. Didn't watch it because I did not care. Tangentially related, I did see Apple and Onion, and that show is pretty funny. What I miss? Lots of talking, very little drawing because I get distracted. Pickle and Peanut was a trip, I bet. Kate's fucking egg body. It's basically a shitpost the kids show. A lot of people compared it to a regular show. Do y'all remember Secret Mountain Fort Awesome? That show was like an assault. Like, it literally felt like you got assaulted. What are you fucking doing? Just fucking cats. The creator of Owl House is making another show with the studio that makes Digital Circus. I'm looking forward to that show. I love Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. Good for you. Festro was kind of hot. That's about it. Damn. I'm glad people are going the indie route. I know it's not necessarily a viable route for making cartoons. unless you have a very big install base already. Um, but animation is dying, so I give a fuck about for awesome. I bet you Pete Brownguard was getting massively stoned while making that show. Lol. I don't know about that. I feel like he was probably either doing PCP or drinking copious amounts of alcohol. SFMA got away with a lot of crazy shit and a lot of gore. Huh. SMFA was a side gig. Passed over Uncle Grandpa. Oof. Damn. And then that got picked up anyway, so like he probably really thought he was wasting his fucking time making that show. What else has Pete Brownguard done? Who did the Problem Solvers? I would like a word with that person, specifically. A very nice casual conversation, just them, me, and a golf club. That is a joke, by the way. I do not actually condone violence against creators. I'm not Mr. Enter. Ben Jones. Oh, Benny Boy. Benny Boy, what were you doing making that fucking show? Looney Tunes cartoons was Brownguard? That's right. Okay, yeah, Pete Brownguard. He did Looney Tunes cartoons. Got it. For some reason, I was thinking Thurb Van Orman. I was mistaking those two together. Also worked on OKKO as a voice actor. Good for him, I guess. I like Problem Solvers too. Lol. Damn, homie, love yourself. I beg of you. Get some motherfucking self-esteem. I hate drawing designs that I haven't committed to because I feel like I'm lying. I think Pete Brownguard also did the new Looney Tunes movie. He did. That is right. The Day the Earth Blew Up. I thought that was okay. Well, there was one movie where it was like, oh, it's 2D. Oh yeah, no, Fixed. I was thinking about Fixed. I know I talked about this before. Excuse me. But seeing Fixed made me do two things. One, I was like, man, I am really, really paying my dues to make sure 2D animation gets support. And the second thing was, I said this reactionary. This was like not a conscious thought. This slipped out of my mouth as I was watching. I said, and I quote, I think it's a good thing Symbionic Titan didn't get another season. Fixed made me say that, like, reflexively. If that tells you anything about what I thought of it. Like, okay, not everything you make has to be a W, but like, holy fuck, Gendy. Brownguard is a great example. Be careful who you harass because you never know where they'll end up in 5 years. You should just not harass like creators in general. That's one of my big regrets is talking shit, especially about Jesse Moynihan. I was really fucking mean to that guy. I still think his episodes are trash, but like I could have been nice instead of a fucking tool. Has Gendy officially fallen off a bit? I don't know officially. For me, any project he's making going forward, I'm going to be a little skeptical on because I didn't like Unicorn Warriors Eternal. I was like, this is fucking like nonsense. But you know, not everything has to be Banner. And then I saw Fixed. I'm like, I don't like the premise, but you know, it's Gendy. Maybe he could do something interesting and funny with it. And then he did the exact opposite and made a very generic, raunchy comedy that was just really fucking gross. Like, legit felt like I got teleported back to 2009. Which, if that's your cup of tea, that's great. But if not, like me, then you're shit out of luck. You got fucking nothing. Speaking of got nothing, I got no art skills. I drew this hand like super fucking big. Ooh, shrink. There we go. And for a little. There it is. I think he's just getting old. Damn. Hit him with the man, you senile old man. I'm gonna try to write another script after this before I fuck off for the evening. I'm probably gonna stream for another hour. I like to keep these things 2 to 3 hours tops. Now Aaron Sprinter, though, he's the cartoon wizard. I'm only familiar with his work on SpongeBob. What else has he done? Vic seemed like sort of thing. Again, he came back in the late 2000s and no one wanted it until well after the script had aged out. Even so, you can update it. That's just a thought. Maybe you could look back on your draft and go, maybe this needs another rewrite or two. Fuck, man. Ugh. I did not care for Fixed. It insists upon itself. He did the Korgarth of Barbaria pilot. I thought Gendy did the Kogarth pilot. But if it was Aaron Sprinter, I'll eat my own words. I can make mistakes. Billy Dilly, a Disney XD cartoon that lasted 2 weeks. Fuck, 2 weeks? Damn. He worked on Billy and Mandy, Gravity Falls, Wander Over Yonder. Oh, okay, so he's got a good track record. Heard. I'm not good at drawing androgynous clothing. Kate has been a boy, like a cis boy, for like decades, and recently he's changed to like, you know, androgynous, non-binary, and like I'm having such a hard time. I keep messing up the pronouns. I think I even referred to Kate as a he by accident multiple times. If you could do one old person hobby, what would it be? Fucking none of them. I don't plan on living past 50. The minute I hit 50, I am motherfuckers repeating he made some out of 10, like Kanye fans repeating he made Graduation. Fuck you. You suck. Say that to my fucking face, bitch. I'll come down there. Don't even at me. Aaron even worked with John K. at Spumco back in the day when he was younger, before he was on SpongeBob. How young? We all know what John K. is like. And before people come at me and say, oh, you're going to make that joke? Yeah, I'm going to make that joke. Fucker. Give them a tank top. I already did. I gave them this, I gave them a sweater vest. I gave them a wife beater and, like, shorts for bedroom attire. I gave them this, like, skirt, and I don't know what kind of shirt it is. It has, like, it's like a shirt that has, like, a skirt on top, and then it has the under part. I don't know what that's called. To be fair, a decent number of SpongeBob people start at Spumco/Games Animation. That's true. At least John K. is no Kyle Carosa, though. He is a Kyle A. Carosa, my guy. He sexually assaulted young women. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Crop top, I mean. Yeah, that's kind of what the wife beater looks like here. It's a little bit of a crop top. The only difference was Kyle got arrested. True. I saw on Blue Sky somebody drew a picture of themselves making out with Kyle A. Carosa's OC while flipping him off while he was in jail. And I was very bewildered and fascinated that somebody drew themselves cucking a pedophile and thought that was an own. Just the craziest shit. I was flabbergasted. I say, "Oh, I want to keep the stream not. I want to keep the stream safe for work." Fucking says that shit. uh, we tell some stories here. We spin some yarns. You know, we do a little sipping tea. Who's Kyle? Kyle A. Carosa made Mighty Magiswords and was also prominent on DeviantArt, Tumblr, for his other projects, and eventually he was caught with I don't know how many terabytes of CP, but it was a lot. And then he summarily got arrested, either bailed out or released on probation. I'm not sure which. He's tried to come back and do a, "Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you caught me with all those terabytes of child pornography." Clearly didn't work. Because people aren't fucking stupid. I never liked Mighty Magiswords, so that made me... though the only thing that I know about that show is that Van Brie is hot as fuck. Fair enough. I know John K. was with younger women. He was with minors. Like, yeah. I'm not sure if he actually fell and assaulted women, though he did, according to his victims, which I am inclined to believe more so than John K. So yeah, if anything, I think he's worse. Well, no, they're both equally bad. I don't know why I'm trying to conflate the two. I guess I'm always just on like debate and comparison mode, so I just say shit before I even think about it. But yeah, no. TV Scally. Yep, that's the one. Did a crime. Oompies. I made an oopsie. Sorry. Oh man. God, maybe if I tried that, a lot more people would forgive me, huh? God, that's so funny. Commits one of the most egregious, disgusting crimes imaginable, makes a sorry post, busts out the ukulele. Oh my god. I heard the animators of Amphibia were involved with having CP, but I don't know if that was real. I don't know either, so I'm not going to say anything on it. Unless there's concrete proof or anything, I don't like speculating on something that serious. Of the creator of the show, I don't think. Yeah, either way, unless there's like proof or a conviction, like I'm not going to even speculate on something so serious. It's true. Ooh. Cool. Good to know that most people in the cartoon industry fucking suck, apparently. Back in like 2022. I know this is going to sound like a massive cope, but it's not. This is my genuine opinion. I was like, in community college, I was like, I don't know if I wanted to learn animation because my dad was like, you need to pick something and you need to go to college so you can get a degree. And I was like, fine. So I went out to a community college for animation. But I was thinking in the back of my head, like, I don't think I'd like the animation industry. It seems like it kind of just chews people up and spits them out. And it's very toxic to be in from what I've heard. And it turns out that's all correct. So, yeah, made the right call there. And also now the whole industry is dying as a whole, so... Like, keep that shit in your little black books that you don't share with the public. Or just don't do it at all. That would be the modus operandi, is to not be a piece of shit. That's why I've sort of avoided being a part of the industry, because some fuck shit happens there, and the people are narcissistic, I mean, not all of them. Like any industry, there's going to be cliquey, like, shitty people to work with. I've met a lot of good people who work in the animation industry, but Mostly it's the bureaucracy I have issue with. Like, animators are treated poorly. They do not get good benefits. They do not have a steady job. Like, because of all this AI shit, like, I know a lot of good animators and good people who are just flat out of work and have been out of work for months, and the only things they could get are like stuff that's meant to replace them indefinitely. So it's like it's fucked. It's bad. I'm only laughing because of just how comically fucking horrible the situation is. Just like, oh man, it is a bad time to be an animation fan. Like, holy fuck. Like, granted, the indies are nice. Like, I caught up with Amazing Digital Circus and I wound up liking it. But yeah, no, it's really fucking bad to be a mainstream animation fan. Like, anime is running fucking circles around us, and like nobody's picked up on why anime is successful. They're just like, mysterious Japanese cartoon. That must be the answer. It's like the 80s all over it. I mean, yeah, time is a flat circle. The only wrench in the works is AI. Because unlike CGI, which changed workflows, like AI is looking to outright replace them. Same thing with mangas. Dude, manga and comics, fucking ridiculous shit with comic books. Like, I only follow IDW Sonic. I don't even like it, but it's just because it's Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm a slave to my own fandom. But like, it's got like mini series that like intersect with each other. There's a whole timeline, and like that's one of the better examples. Like, with manga, you usually just get straight up, this is the manga you're reading, that's it. Maybe there's a sequel or a prequel, but usually it's just the one thing. And they release chapters every week, which I don't agree with because it literally kills people. Manga artists have like really bad health and do not deserve it. Yeah. I think a Shonen Jump style comic collection would be nice. Maybe have here's my pitch. Get rid of all these fucking multiple series. Have a Shonen Jump style book you release every bi-weekly, monthly, and have all the comics be in the same continuity in there. So like, you got your Spider-Man, you got your Fantastic Four, you got your Thing, whatever the fuck, your Avengers. They all take place in the same continuity, and you have somebody like an editor overseeing the continuity of all these comics. Then you have the writers and the artists working on them. So then it's like you can read everything, and then you get a complete stories in each issue. And when they do cross over, it's a lot easier to cross-reference back to the previous issues because they're all in just one big book. That's my opinion. Off the top of my head, so logistics, I don't know, whatever the fuck. But I think people would be willing to pay like $15-20 for a colored like paperback book, weekly of comics, instead of like 10 issues at $4 a pop, $5 a pop, so that like is 40 or $50. That's just my take. I'm not familiar with the business side of the comics industry at all, unlike manga, where I'm a little bit more familiar with it. Jesus Christ, I fucked that up. Ugh. That's the absolute DC stuff. Ultimate Spider-Man, basically, that kind of stuff exists for sure. Saturday AM is also neat for more original stuff. Okay. Yeah, the Ultimates line. Yeah, that works too, I guess. But I feel like also, again, it is a value per price thing. That's also the issue. Because with Shonen Jump, you get comparable quality stuff for a cheap subscription, and it's released more frequently. So with comics, yeah, you get all the Ultimate stuff. The art is like colored and the print quality is better. But you're getting similar quality content, but you're paying a lot more for piecemeals of it across multiple comic books. but that's just my take. I think the value proposition is one of the bigger issues with comics because $4 to $5 an issue is a kind of a tough pill to swallow, especially when you don't know if a run is going to turn into utter dog shit or not. Like, I don't think anybody was expecting fucking Paul to be a thing in Spider-Man. I gave Abby way too big of lips. Fuck me. Her face is so fucking hard to get right. I feel really bad talking about it though because it's literally someone's face that they photo scanned. So, if I comment about Abby's face, I'm basically insulting somebody's actual face, and that really upsets me. Go back to making character designs, please. Fuck. I don't want to call somebody like I don't want to like dissect somebody's face like that. That's weird. I don't want to do that. I know her nose is a bit more angular. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, I can fuck with that. I'll accept it. Might change up the expression here a little bit. Also with comics, even though they do have those ultimate continuities and shit, like, you have to have some experience in comics to know that. Like, the fact there's a learning curve just to get into the medium itself is stupid. I want to read manga. What manga should I read? Oh, One Piece, Naruto, maybe Boruto if you feel like it, Bleach, whatever, basic shonen recommendations. I want to read Spider-Man. Which one should I read? There's the Chip Zdarsky run. There's this run. They're all named Amazing Spider-Man, so you have to go to this issue and that issue. There's also the Amazing Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man runs, which are completely different but have the same name. There's also Web of Spider. It's fucking mess. It's ridiculous. Like, if you want to get into comics, you need a guide or somebody to tell you where to go. Superior Spider-Man, yeah. And also, some of these comics do take place in the same continuity, although they're under different names. So I think Superior Spider-Man is a spin-off of Amazing Spider-Man, but it's an important piece of the canon. So if you want to read Amazing Spider-Man, you're going to have to stop and go read a Superior Spider-Man, and then you're going to have to go circle back, and you're going to have to learn that Miles Morales crossed over at a certain point. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Jesus. I know everybody's tired of reboots, but, like, I really do think that people need to sit the comics industry down, have an intervention, drop every single fucking title, and just, like, reel it the fuck in. Like, really reel it the fuck in, and make it super easy and accessible for casual readers to get into something. Literally call it the casual reader line. Just make it fucking simple. And just go, do you want to read about Spider-Gwen? Casual line Spider-Gwen. It's their own continuity. You just start with issue 1, go all the way there. You don't need any fucking spin-offs or shit. Just, like, seriously, like, who where's the manager? I'd like to speak to the fucking comic books manager. God, that made me heated. Just like the Virtual Boy shit. Fuck! Also, complete sidebar, but I just remembered this. I was walking down the street and I wanted to get Stan's Donuts. They had donuts in there, so it was clearly open. Nobody was at the front counter. I waited there like 5 minutes. Nobody came. Nobody said anything. I don't think anybody was even there. I honest to God think I should have literally just walked behind the counter and grabbed a donut, set my money down to the left or something. It's like, holy fuck. Homie just wants a donut. Let me have my donut, please. I'm on my proverbial hands and knees. I just want a fucking vanilla Long John, my dudes. Oh my god. Fuck me. No donut for you, yeah? God hates me. Every minor inconvenience is an orchestrated attack by the Holy Spirit to make my life miserable. This is not a joke. This is a cry for help. I'm more of an apple fritter guy. I've never had an apple fritter. I have a weird thing about pastries and fruit. I don't think they... I know there's a lot of them. I know it's popular. I don't like it. I don't think they should go together. I disagree. Boo. Yeah, that's right. And there's more. I remember that being a bit in a Jenny Nicholson video, and it's just like captured my imagination ever since. Just like saying something controversial and then just going, and there's more. Long Johns just make me think of the cheap store bought ones with the gritty filling. I like the gritty. I'd rather have a raspberry filled donut. I'll fill you with my fist. Fuck. Wait a minute. I can reel this one back. Can we pretend I didn't say anything and I said something really witty and not like have homosexual undertones? But no, I don't know what you quite mean by gritty filling. Is it like when the donut's frozen and like the yeast or the breading in it is kind of like chewier because it got like defrosted and reheated or whatever? Because like I like my vanilla Long Johns with the frosting. Just say Coolsville sucks. You're trying to take what I say out of context. It's cheap filling. It kind of has a chemical feel taste to it, not creamy. I like the buttercream filling. I don't like Boston cream filling like at all, nor fruit cream filling, obviously. If I bite into a donut and I get a Boston cream, I will literally jump out of a window. Like, fuck that. Weirdest dream you had? I don't remember. I've had a lot of weird dreams. Although most of them generally are kind of boring. I think I get the standard, like, really bad dreams where just the worst shit happens and then I wake up. Um, but yeah, no. Most of my dreams are generally like. I remember one dream I had where I was at my grandma's house. It was during Christmas. It was a few years after my grandpa had died on that side. And I walked through the door. I was in a different room, and then I walked through the door and I went to a room that shouldn't have been there. It was the kitchen, and I walked into the living room, and in my grandpa's old chair, he was sitting there. He was dead, but he was like sat in a lounging position, like if you were reclined and just taking a nap in a chair. And everybody was talking to him like he was, there and conscious, but he wasn't. He was dead. And literally everybody in the whole house was talking to him like he was alive, and I just was sitting there like confused and mortified, and then I woke up. Would love to know what that shit's about. This kind of looks like he's sticking his they sticking their tongue. Motherfucking son of a bitch. We're gonna get canceled again. No. Holy shit. Yeah, no, it was a very surreal dream. I was very perturbed by it when I woke up. I wasn't like crying or anything. I was just like, what the fuck does that mean? I haven't had one in a while, but recently I've been having what I call anti-nightmares because they're so overwhelmingly nice and positive that makes me suspicious. I wake up angry. No! Hon, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Ugh. I can't remember the last time I had a dream like that. I don't think I ever had one. Oh, I do get a lot of work dreams where I work a work shift and then I wake up and then I have to go to work and I'm just so mad. I dreamt that Rough Nut from How to Train Your Dragon was comforting me and it was epic. God, oh my god, what I would give to have a dream about my comfort character telling me everything's fine. Ugh, the dream. Wait, who would you choose to comfort you? Bandit or Senshi from Bluey and Dungeon Meshi, respectively. Number two from Candy would be nice. He is a sweetie. He is my adopted son. Sonic telling me to get over myself would be cool. I feel like Sly Cooper wouldn't comfort me per se, but he would try to just like chill out and like do something to take my mind off things, which would be appreciated too. Um, this is way too like well thought out for me to just answer like reflexively. Like Jesus, I need to see my therapist. I want a big bear hug from Burble. I know you want a big bear hug from Burble. I know. That's your ride or die right there. Man's threw on his scrubs and it was fucking over for you. What is wrong with this? Okay, the arm. That's what's wrong with this. Okay. Wow, gang, we got one doodle done. Ain't we doing shit? All right. I'm still a little emotionally exhausted from the past week. I did want to stream though because it's been like what 2 weeks since I didn't, or has it been a month? I know I streamed Metal Gear. I don't really count that one though because that was like me trying to do a video game stream, and yeah, I don't know how well that worked. uh, bless. Um, but I think I'm gonna call it a little early. I maybe stay 10 more minutes if anybody wants to talk about anything else. Got any questions? Got any talking points y'all want to share? But otherwise, I think I'm good here. And I'm gonna go back to writing scripts because I have a lot to catch up on. Boy, howdy, do I have a lot to catch up on. Have you watched Neza 27 or 2? Neza 2? No, I have not. Never even heard of it. Is that the Chinese movie? Chinese animated movie? Like that. Mm. That one that just kind of showed up out of nowhere and made like $2 billion and then dipped. It's like the Avatar of animated movies. I've I've heard of. It took me a minute to recognize the name, but no, I have not seen it. I'm not particularly interested. Don't know why. It just doesn't really catch me. It's fucking baller. I'm sure it is. I'm very difficult to get to watch, sit down and watch something. I usually just default to the same comfort shows. Like recently, it's been Palu and Sora. It's a Smash Bros. Parody series. It unfortunately uses AI for its art assets and voices, but the scripts are written by people. It sucks that they use AI, but like the scripts are so fucking funny. Like they're so good. They made a Naruto parody called Water is Wet, where Naruto argues with Shikamaru about the properties of water. That one's really fucking funny. But yeah, otherwise, if you want me to watch like an actual show or a movie, yeah, good luck with that. Anybody else? Thank you for the thumbs up, Jake. Appreciate it. All right. And I think I will end it there. Thank y'all for coming to the stream. I know it was an impromptu one. I'll try to do Sundays more often. But it's just going to depend. Sometimes I work Sundays, sometimes I don't. I prefer to stream on one day a week just so it's more consistent. But if y'all want me to stream different days of the week whenever I'm free, I can do that. Just let me know what y'all like. I hope y'all have a good night.